Hey everybody, welcome back to Going Ballistic. We got a tank. Okay, it's not our tank, but it's a buddy of ours tank. This tank right here is a British Scimitar tank. This tank was actually the fastest tank in the world. Guinness Book of World Records, I think at like 52 miles an hour. And we just got this thing running. Let's take it for a drive. All right, you ready? All right, that was a lot of fun. This thing is a really cool tank. So I wanted to put this video out so you guys could know where we've been. So we've been right here at Curtis's house. He's the friend of ours that has the 20mm anti-tank rifle that we've been shooting in our earlier videos. And we are actually teaming up with Curtis and we're starting a drive tank shoot machine gun business. Yes, you got that right. So make sure you look for that. April 2nd is going to be our grand opening. So make sure you comment below, let me know who's coming. But the website will be open soon. We'll have some other videos out, of course, before then. I want to show you guys what we've been working on, and we've been working like crazy every weekend, dawn till dusk on these things. So this one here, again, this is a Scimitar FV107 British tank. This was a light armored, more like a reconnaissance type tank. This thing is super cool, 7 speeds. It's got a Cummins turbo engine in it, and this thing moves, does like somewhere right around 50 miles an hour, and that's booking for a little tank. These are all aluminum, and they made them light like this so they could actually drop them out of airplanes. So these things are really cool. They're small. They're only about 7.5 feet wide, 7.5 feet tall, 16 feet long, and they book, let me tell you. All right, so let's show you the inside of this little bad boy before we move on to the others. All right, so going in right here, this would be the commander's seat, and I think also the toilet, because it's got that middle there you can pull up and, well, poop through. Now this one, of course, is gutted. There is no main gun, only a prop. That's where it went. We do hope to have right there, we hope to mount an M1919 full auto and hook it up with the gunner's trigger right there. So that'll be cool. But yeah, this was the gunner's seat and the optics. And here is the driver's seat. Now there's usually a back on this seat. We just have it off right now. But there you go. There's your controls. You got your gas, brake, your shifter, and all your gauges. You'll be able to drive this little bad boy. It's cool, but that's not it. Let me show you everything we got that we're going to be having at our drive tank shoot machine gun at Mountain Fox Tank Corps. All right, if you come out to Mountain Fox, we got this bad boy here. This is a FV434. This is also British. This was like a mechanic's tank not really a recovery tank. You could recover smaller tanks like the Scimitar. This one here is really cool. This is the one we use to crush cars. This is 18 tons. So if you want to come out and crush a car, you'll be driving this bad boy here. This thing was really cool. Storage compartment down here. It's like a pickup truck bed up here where you could put engine pack, tranny, tracks, whatever it was, go out to the field. Has this 3-ton crane right here that you could actually lift the packs and stuff out, change them, plop them back here in the bed, and take off. So this thing is really cool. Fold down bench here. Had all kinds of fuel. Come around this side. You guys can see the crane here. Yeah, 3,000 pounds this thing will pick up. And again, if you want to crush a car, this is the one you'll be driving. This one works just fine. We have a little tweaking to do on everything just to get them in top shape. But yeah, a lot of fun, a lot of fun. Let's take a look inside. All right, so this is the crammed inside of the FV434 we got here. I think this one is a 69, and it still runs and drives really good. It's very crammed, as you can see right over here. We got another seat over here, and it's like being in a coffin. Imagine it was extremely noisy in this thing. Do have another hatch right here you could get out, one here, and then one in the driver's seat. All right, so here's the engine, and looking forward into the driver's seat. We got a lot of cosmetic work to do on this one, but this thing really does drive good. We have the walls and stuff off here so we could service this engine here. We're getting ready to service this one. Again, pretty crammed in here. It's amazing all the stuff that these guys had to deal with in such a tight space. All right, let's head up. We got a lot more to show you. All right, we also have a German Kugelwagen, if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm not sure. But anyways, this is a replica of one. It's not a real one. Curtis's son had done this one up, and I thought he did a pretty good job. This one is a lot of fun to drive. You'll be able to drive this one too. It's Volkswagen. That's what it is. Same thing. Same engine as a Volkswagen in the back and everything. A lot of fun to drive. So we'll have this one. This one's pretty much ready to go. And then coming this way, yes, we're going to have an M16 Halftrack, a World War II M16 Halftrack. This one, as you can see right here, has the quad 50s in it. Now these here are only fake guns. But what they are is we're making them to where they'll be at least a propane fire. So you can fire all 4 propane. But if you look right here, the joystick, I call it the original Xbox. This thing's really cool. It moves this thing up, down, left and right, 360 degrees. This anti-aircraft. But this thing we call Bonnie. And Bonnie runs really good. It's amazing how well these things drive. But right now we are just fixing the brake. We changed out the brake master cylinder on this, and then we're gonna work on getting the turret and everything working correctly. And no, that's not it. There's still more. On to the next. All right, the next one, you guys, we are working on, and you will be able to drive this bad boy here. This one we're really super excited. This is a Czechoslovakian OT-810 Halftrack. Now, this is post-war, but it was made in the same factories as the Germans. So the parts are pretty much the same. Engines upgraded to a diesel engine. This thing, it is awesome to drive, but I need your guys' help. All right, here's what I need your guys' help with. So I'm not sure exactly what this is called, but we are calling it the steering brake assist. What I need your guys' help with are these little guys. So these things ride up in the top of these cylinders. You have this spring here, this plunger I'm going to call it, and this pushes up and down as you steer left and right. It'll assist you with the tracks and help you turn easier. I cannot find the correct seals. Now, I was told these seals are wrong because they're flat. So we have these in here, and I've been told these are wrong because they won't allow fluid up to these brake levers here. And so, or these little brake cylinders right here. And we can't bleed the brakes, and it is a pain in the butt to try to drive and steer using these handles. So if you guys can help me find the correct one of these seals, they should look like this one in the picture, I'm told. But I cannot find these anywhere. I have emailed all kinds of museums and everything, people who work on these, and nobody will get back to me. So any of you guys out there can help me find these, you get a free ride. So we're going to take a look inside this one. It's all tore up. We're actually working on this one too. We're greasing everything up, checking the brakes, making sure everything else is ready to go. But you'll get to see what these look like. So it's pretty cool. I really like these, this design on this one versus the Americans. It's really cool because everything's angled. And as you guys know, angled armor is thicker armor, and it also helps, you know, the bullets deflect off. But you can see in here, we got this one. The steering wheel is really funky. It sits this way, but again, driving it, if the brakes are working correctly with the steering. So let me back up. It's air brakes that stop this, but I keep calling it the steering brake, and it's when you steer, it moves those pistons up and down again, and helps you steer it by pulling this cable you can see here and pulling on this drum brake. Yes, folks, that's right. You'll also, if you have your motorcycle's license, be able to drive this bad boy here. Now this here is a Chinese CJ750, which is a knockoff, if I remember correctly, of the BMW, the German BMW. So what we're going to do with this one, it's already painted up like the Chinese, but we're going to actually make it look like a German World War II motorcycle. This one runs really good. This one's been gone through. We are going to do a couple more cosmetic things to it. We're also adding a gun mount there, so you'll be able to sit in here and fire an MG42. And yes, folks, you got to have a Jeep. So we got this little bad boy here we're working on too. Again, we're working on everything. This thing is a lot of fun, just like the Kuppelwagen. We're actually going to do a video, Jeep versus Kuppelwagen, M16 versus OT810. So make sure you look for those videos too. All right, we got more. Let's keep going. Got to have some of the newer military also. So if you guys come out, you'll be able to drive a Humvee, just if you've never driven one. But these are a lot of fun to drive where we have our track set up and stuff. So you'll be able to drive this one as well. Eventually, we'll have this one too. But this one needs a lot of work. The computers and stuff are gone out of this one. So we got to get the electronics and stuff taken care of this. But we'll have this bad boy running eventually. So this will be a lot of fun. But on to the last one. Let's check it out. Last but not least, we got a British Fox here. This thing is cool, but we need your help again on this one too. We are in need of a transmission for this. Unfortunately, this one broke on us, and there's not a lot of places you can go and get a transmission for a British Fox. But this thing is cool. These things are fast. They'll do like 65 miles an hour. They have the same turret setup as the Scimitar. We got the British Fox, but we need a transmission in this thing. So if any of our fans over there in England know where we can get a transmission, make sure you guys email us. There's an email in the description below. But yeah, this thing, we are really looking forward to getting this thing going. This is going to be a lot of fun. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. Again, we appreciate your guys' support on this channel. I know we didn't put out a video the entire month of November, but again, we've been really busy trying to help Curtis get this off the ground. It should be a lot of fun. Keep tuning in. We'll have some definite updates on this bad boy here and everything else as we go. But again, thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back.